Okay, in this video we're going to talk about perimeter. Now, how many times have you watched a police show and you hear the statement, secure the perimeter? So that means what they want the cops to do is to not let anybody in or out. So that's like fencing. Alright, so think of perimeter as what you do when you fence. So if you were to go to the store to buy fence, you think about units. Units are important for everything, and if you were to buy fence, you wouldn't be talking about buying feet squared. You'd want so many feet. So your units on perimeter are going to be feet, yards, kilometers, miles, and so forth. Okay? Now, for perimeter, you have special formulas, and it's really easy just to substitute in with your formulas. For example, if you have a triangle, the formula for finding the perimeter is just simply to add up A, B, and C. Add them all up. So P equals A plus B plus C. Now, if we knew that triangle was equilateral or isosceles, then it would be a little bit different. But any way we go about it, we're just going to be adding them up. Okay? The perimeter of a rectangle. Okay, rectangle has length and width, or base and height, however you want to think of it. So let's say this is H, this is H, this is B, this is B. So you have perimeter here is H plus B plus B. And if you look on formula sheet, you will see that's like 2H plus 2B, or using the distributive property, you can factor out a 2, and it's 2 times the base plus the height, or more often than not, you'll see 2 times length plus width. Okay, it's the same exact thing. Alright? Now, there is a special name given to the perimeter of a circle, and it's called a circumference. Okay, circumference is the distance around the circle. Now, granted, you're not going to buy boards for this, but you can still measure it. And the formula for finding the circumference is pi times the diameter. Now, here's what you need to know about pi. Pi is an irrational number, okay? So, pi is sometimes shown as 22 over 7. It's sometimes shown as 3.14. But any way we go about it, it's approximate, okay? It's not exact. The only way to show an exact circumference is to leave the pi symbol in. So you've got two different things. When it says approximate, it will tell you what to use. With 22 over 7 as pi, or 3.14, or 3.1416, that's when you're going to put in the value of pi. When it's exact, we're going to leave it alone. Alright, so let's say that in this particular picture, I've got a diameter which is 12. Okay, so the diameter is 12, then I'll use the diameter formula, and the circumference equals pi times the diameter, and that means it's pi times 12. Now here's the problem. We want to treat it's an exact answer, but we treat it like a variable. So we wouldn't say x2, we would say 2x, so we'll do the same thing here. So the circumference is 12 pi. Now, if you were asked to approximate using 22 over 7, then you would say 12 times 22 over 7, multiply across the top, across the bottom. Now, if you were given a radius, let's say the radius is 10. Okay, so if the radius is 10, then we use this formula here, and all I did is rearrange it, because remember, the order that we do multiplication in doesn't matter. So I'm going to put, actually when it's all said and done, I'm going to put the pi at the end, and then 2 times the radius here. So I have 2 times 10, and 2 times 10 is 20 pi. Now, let's say this was centimeters units, and let's say this one was yards. Okay, so this answer would be 12 pi yards. This answer would be 20 pi centimeters. Again, we always want to remember the units, and that is the special formula or the special name for perimeter of a circle.